But tonight, we are all Jimmy Kimmel.
This morning, I woke up to 100 text messages from my dad saying, "I'm sorry they canceled your show." I go, "That's not me. That's Jimmy Kimmel."
Yeah, so while Stephen Colbert symbolically suggested that we are all one with the ABC late-night talk show host whose show was pulled by ABC indefinitely on Wednesday, Jimmy Fallon had to clarify to his own dad that he's still on the air on NBC for now. Back in July, when Paramount announced that they would be ending The Late Show with Stephen Colbert this upcoming May, Trump tweeted that Jimmy Kimmel would be next to go. 2 months later, Kimmel was yanked off the air for recapping what Trump and Vance had said over the weekend.
We had some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving.
Is that the clip? Really? Because that's just Jimmy Kimmel. I mean, given the FCC's response, I was expecting something more, provocative.
And in Trump's post celebrating Kimmel's suspension, Trump pointed out that leaves Fallon and Seth to total losers on fake news NBC. Their ratings are also horrible due to NBC.
I'm going to cover the president's trip to the UK just like I normally would.
His administration is pursuing a crackdown on free speech. And completely unrelated, I just want to say before we get started here that I've always admired and respected Mr. Trump.
Well, guys, President Trump just wrapped up his 3-day trip to the UK, and he
looked incredibly handsome.
I've always believed he was, a visionary, innovator, a great president, an even better golfer.
Protesters managed to project images onto the sides of Windsor Castle of Trump standing next to his good friend, Jeff
Goldblum.
If you've ever seen me say anything negative about him, that's just AI. I'm told.
Now, a late-night show that's surprisingly not on Trump's radar is The Daily Show. And it's the most political show of them all, but I guess because it's a cable show, so it doesn't get the audience that the talk shows on 3 major networks get. It only gets about 500,000 viewers a night, so I guess Trump doesn't pay attention to it. But just in case, they went a different route on Thursday night.
It's the all-new government-approved Daily Show with your patriotically obedient host, Jon Stewart.
Yeah, along with temporarily transforming the desk to a Trump-like fake gold, there was an unexpected presence behind it.
We have another fun, hilarious, administration-compliant show.
Yeah, since he returned to the anchor chair in February 2024, John's only been hosting the show on Mondays, which is actually the highest-rated episode each week. On Tuesday, The Daily Show tweeted out that Desi Lydic would be hosting for the rest of the week. Then Thursday afternoon, the show tweeted out that suddenly John would be hosting Thursday night.
What are you doing? Shut up. Blow this for us.
Desi wasn't sick. She was still on Thursday's episode. So I have a feeling John, who is also an executive producer of the show, really wanted to guide the show in this important moment and use the platform for his own voice to be heard.
To think that we settled Azerbaijan and Albania as an example.
I would like to apologize very quickly. Azerbaijan is actually pronounced Azerbaijan. Armenia is pronounced Albania.
It's a smart decision because clearly the public was eager to hear what John would have to say. After it aired on Comedy Central Thursday night, the episode was posted on YouTube and has racked up a massive 7.8 million views in 23 hours. And now has 10.6 million views in just over 2 days.
If you felt a little off these past couple of days, it's probably because our great father has not been home.
And while Seth and John started their shows on bended knee in a mocking way, they did stand up for America.
Now, some naysayers may argue that this administration's speech concerns are merely a cynical ploy, a thin gruel of a ruse, a smokescreen to obscure an unprecedented consolidation of power and unitary intimidation.
That it's a privilege and honor to do this show every night. I wake up every day, I count my blessings that I live in a country that at least purports to value freedom of speech, and we're going to keep doing our show the way we've always done it, with enthusiasm and integrity.
Principleless and coldly antithetical to any experiment in a constitutional republic governance. Some people would say that. Not me, though. I think it's great.
We must all stand up for the principles of free expression. There's a reason free speech is in the very First Amendment. It stands above all others.
Fallon, well, he was anything but honest.
But to be honest with you all, I don't know what's going on. And no one does. But
Okay, Fallon, speak for yourself. I mean, Colbert knows.
After threats from Trump's FCC chair, ABC yanked Kimmel off the air indefinitely. That is blatant censorship.
Yeah, ABC pulled Jimmy Kimmel Live after Nexstar Media said they would be preempting the show on their 32 ABC stations across the country because, they didn't like how Kimmel recapped what Trump and Vance had said over the weekend.
Nexstar has a major merger coming up before the Trump administration. So a company apparently capitulating to the whims of the president in order to ensure their merger goes through? Has that ever happened before? Oh, I'm being told not to answer that question.
Yeah, no surprise that Colbert was the most outspoken one because he's got nothing to lose. I'm interested to see how Fallon handles himself. I wouldn't be surprised if he drops all political humor altogether. I mean, he didn't do political humor when he first took over the Tonight Show. He had to kind of get into that game because the ratings dropped so much for him, especially after that Trump interview in 2016. So he was kind of forced in the game because just to stay relevant.
yeah, a lot of people are worried that we won't keep saying what we want to say or that we'll be censored.
But yeah, I think he'll gladly avoid it again. What are your thoughts?
And to Jimmy, just let me say, I stand with you and your staff 100%. And also, you couldn't let me enjoy this for like 1 week.